everybody, welcome back to Cids Modern Life, episode 95 with me, Sid, and we're over here with this malarkey going on. Need to, at least I think we need to, let me just go and double check. Didn't create another one of those chisels, did I? No, I didn't. Okay, this is good then. Clearly I am in the right frame of mind. How are you doing there, Hammy? Frame of mind here. So let me get a old I just made some scaffolding just to get some of this building done, but we need a new one of those. That's good. And let's go back. Whee. So last episode we started building and working on this. There's a little bit of stuff left to do, not least of which is I need to finish putting the shutters on the doors, and let me get you over to there. That should be hopefully be enough. That one. If not, I've got some more there. On the doors, the shutters on the windows. The shutters on the windows. Yeah, there's a window. Where did I not get? Did I get as far around here? I did, that's right. And we're gonna go and play. We can do that, that's fine. Doesn't have to make absolute perfect sense. And then that's there. That was all clear. We're gonna have herp. Yeah, I still need to stop that up, don't I? I'm still torn on whether whether we should. Oh damn! I'm not going to be able to reach there. I mean, I can do it that way, but it's a little bit. There we go. A bit cheaty in some. Okay. Oops. There we go. How to build when you can't quite reach. The alternative, of course, is we could just put some of this down. And, you know, that was probably the correct way to do it. You do lose these for some reason don't break very cleanly, but when you consider that 64 of these is some dirt and is a piece of dirt in fact and a stick, they are dog cheap. They're really beyond cheap. They are almost insultingly cheap. And you know, and you can climb them. They're climbable as well, which is always good. There we go. Don't make the fragile ones, or they will definitely decay over time. So that gives us that lot going on. Now, next, I think. Well, typically, what would happen would be you would place a dirt block, and then somehow angle that off. Now this is not going to play nicely, is it? Let me just put that away and that away. That is actually a block. No, it's not. It's 4,000 is a block, isn't it? And that away and that away. Right, they're all dealt with. So the next thing we think about is the old good old window box. That's, you know, it's a fairly standard piece of fare, really. You know, this is a standard thing you'll see in Minecraft builds. In fact, I think one of my earliest builds used this particular technique. Just we'd do it with, instead of using chisel and bits, we'd use, well, stairs, slabs. I need some more dirt. I don't know whether I've got any over here. Yeah, got loads. Pardon me. Eventually we'll stop choking. So you'd get that kind of thing going on, but then you would stick what's the word I'm looking for here? You would stick trapdoors around the outside on either a slab or an upside down I'm trying to, you know what, I'm trying to think of the word here, and upside down stair, that's the word. Get there eventually. But you can do that, that works as well. Now I don't really want to have too many of these floating around, maybe just one at the front in fact here. But what we can do then is we can get an old single bit malarkey going on, and we can just come down maybe as far as there. What was that? That is 3, 6, 7. 3. That's 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's get a connected material there. Yeah, that works. And then maybe we can just go and give it a little bit of detail, like damn, that. Yep, that works. And then again we can do connected material, and it just gives that little bit of detailing, not a lot, just enough. And then we'll go click that and do that, and we can put some plants up there and do all of that stuff. Now my plan for this of course was not anything quite so prosaic as that. Now I could do with some wood for the braces, this stuff. This really doesn't work, this block, for me. It's a lot of effort. It would be quicker and easier to chisel and bits things in, so I think that's the way we're going to handle it. The question is what wood to use. I could only sleep at night apparently as well. Now obviously we've got plenty of oak and stuff out that direction. I don't think we have got, let me just sleep. I don't think we have any I don't think we have any spruce anywhere close by, he says, looking at a spruce forest over there. Oh, backpack there, get some of that going on, get a little bit of that going on, and it's a long way to we'll go in a little bit I think as well, and then crash stunningly to the ground. Alright, we've got this in here. Next thing we can do is obviously take some of this lot down, and I should probably make the terra truncator at some point, but no desperate rush. I think spruce will work though. I think spruce is a good, hang on, damn it, there we go. That's how you deal with truncated trees. I can't stand it. It's one of my real pet bugbears is these, you know, when you see a tree top and someone's chopped the tree down and just left the last log and a few leaves. It's very annoying. Yeah, I think we'll also grab some of this if we can. Yeah, let me just grab a few resources here and I'll see you back at the, the thing. Alright, we're back, and first things first, let's get some flowers in the flower box, shall we? Big mystical flowers. Lovely. I did think about ferns. I brought them back anyway. So what we are going to look at now is, let me just get this down to just a raw stack, and we'll get our blocks bag, and we shall place those away for the time being. We need a block that's going to look right for the... It needs to be fairly bland, actually, I think. I think we'd probably go with that. And we'll take... Hang on. Just take 4. I think 4 blocks should be enough. To start off with. So we're going to take this block here and we are going to basically, oops, if I get the back to press the right button, Alt key is right next to the Windows key, which means I just open my Windows menu. But we can quite easily expand this out to cover all of the frames, as we want, really. I'm not going to do the bottom. That can be I think that can be integral to the wall. I suppose what we could actually do, which would have probably been a hell of a lot easier all round, is if I'd have gone in with the old take that out and then replace it. Would have been, wouldn't it? Ah, well. You know what? You can't think of everything. But we'll get this in place. It'll come all the way along here, obviously, to the way, except for where these shutters go. We're not going to bother with the line across the bottom, which means that we should be able to go in here and put that in place mode and just come all the way along very quickly to get that. That's not going to have any, but that won't have any. So this should be fairly easy to get this bit done. So I'm going to get these outlines done. I probably will actually have a kind of a structure around here with that. I don't know. We'll work that out as we go. But right now, that was fairly straightforward. So, and we'll have you still in placement mode and do that. Can't do one there. That. And that. And I suppose if I were to do that and then take you out of the mix and get the bits again, where are they there? Yeah, that works, and then we can just take out connected and then place in the lines again and get that one going. Yeah, that works. So I'm going to do a bit of basic work here, bit of getting this all together, and I shall be right back with you. Alright, quick update. The bottom floor, we have got the majority, I think, of this lot done. Now there is a plant I would like. I do want to get rid of that, so that can just go over there. And I did chop some down, so I know they occur in this area, but I didn't take the opportunity to get the bit I wanted. I realise I've been cryptic, but I don't really want to give away what I'm after until I manage to perhaps locate what I'm looking for. which hopefully won't take too long. Hopefully won't take too long. Let's just get up here, I think, and see if we can't spot it. So yeah, oh, I mean, that's already fading out of view, isn't it? Yeah, here we go. This is the little beastie I want. I want the silver bell leaves, because, oh, are you not? Damn you. You'll let me take that, but you won't. Oh, damn you you'll let me take that as well. Right, well that's puts paid to that idea. We need to come up with an alternative. I have got an alternative. It's not a perfect alternative, but it's an alternative. Do you work on these then? No, you do not. Well, how bizarre. I'll just grab a few leaves while I'm in the area, because I can. What's that bag looking like? Quite full. Okay, that'll do us for starters, and we'll quickly sleep in the open. Go back. I've got some plans to do on the bottom, but I'm going to need to also grab. We're going to need to grab some more materials, because that didn't work, which is a pain in the bum. But there you go. Let me go and grab a few bits and pieces, and I shall be right back. All right, we are back. We've got a reasonably empty thing. So we've got yellow clay and bone block. Bone block was probably the nearest I think we had to what we wanted, and then we want also some leaf. And what we'll do is we shall take start it off with connected material. We'll come out like that a little bit, and then we're going to come over here just a wee bit, and then we're going to take the old taking this back down. Now this will chisel back there. Where are we? I need I quite like that coming up to and including there, and then we can bring this over and down. And I'm not going to do all of this on camera, so don't panic. Or if you aren't panicking, panic a bit more. And obviously again we can put in connected material, and we can bring that out a little bit more and a little bit more, and we can come back here, and then we can come back and go and bring this all the way down like so, and just basically build this up a little bit. Now I am not doing this all over the building. This would be crazy to give it that level of detail. But you know, for this little bit around the door where we get the entrance area, then I don't think it hurts having a little bit more detail than elsewhere. We can bring this around here a wee bit as well, just to build that up. Right, so that's okay. It kind of works. Again, it could do with a little bit more detailing here, so we can continue bringing that out a couple, and then obviously go back to this and keep bringing this down until we've got a sufficiently detailed bit there. Now, this is where, however, this comes in. So, wherever you find this, we're going to go and we're going to place one of those there, one there a little bit, one there, maybe one there, bit of one there perhaps, one there, another one there, and just smatter them around in the whole design. Now, the reason I wanted the silver bell, of course, was because I wanted something with flowers already in it. However, that was not to be. So we're just going to put a little smattering of these like daisy-like flowers into the structure, and hopefully they'll just make it something other than plain old leaves, which tend to get done to death. Leaves, and I'm as guilty of that as any. It's a very, I think it's a very common technique, and I think sometimes it can be a very lazy technique to just go mad and smatter a whole lot of green around the place. Adds a lot, I think. All right. Anyway, I've got other things I want to do. Of course, there are. Let me just place that and that and that back in there, and we'll put that away for now. This here. So this stuff here is looking a bit mistreated as well, and it occurs to me that we can kind of, certainly on these posts, give these a little teeny bit more depth. If I can hook like that and then like that, so we can straight off the bat we can just get in and do this, and we'll do the same here and there and there and there and there and there. And straight off the bat again you've got a little bit more texture, a little bit more detail. Now we could, if we wished, go double deep. I think personally that would be too much, but what I think we can do is fill in this center spot with the relevant blockage and give it again even more depth and texture. And again, it's not a lot, it doesn't really need a lot, it's just real minor detailing, which in turn is also very easy to duplicate. Oops. Or in fact cock up. Trying to work out what I've got to do. I think there's one there and there, like that perhaps. And I'm not proposing to do again every single block like this. I think we'll just do these uprights here. These I will probably leave flat, but we've got some other detailing to do around there, so that's fine. Let me get a little bit more detailing done, and I'll be back with you in a mo. Trying a slightly different technique here. I'm using the small, hang on, did I select that? I think I selected the wrong one. Using the small blocks just to apply some detail, and I'm bringing this up around here. And I wasn't going to come back this early, but I thought that I should probably share this idea because it seems to be working reasonably well. And then we've got some of this vining up around the thing. Now obviously it's not replacing any blocks it comes across, which is a potentially very useful feature. And then obviously we can go to that, and we can just start putting a little bit of random variation in again, just to break this up, and again also give the illusion of more spread and vining of this around from here. Yeah, I think that works. And then obviously we can come back to this and get the orange, and we can pop a few more of these about the place. You know, in fact, you can even do them on the top. They don't have to all be on the side. And maybe that's enough of those, and we'll pop that back. We'll grab you, and then we can obviously do the same again. Now this might not work. Well, it's actually working okay. The bone block has got slight disadvantages because it's oh yeah, we can get away with that as well, can't we? Because it's not as white from the top as it is from the sides, but there you go. Anyway, I'm going to continue on, and again I shall be back once there's more detail on this build. Alright, I've done a little bit more. The next thing I want to do is, one thing you often see with these builds is, or with this style of thing, obviously I still need to do the second floor and up there as well. I'm only working on the bottom floor at the moment, just add a little bit more greenery around the door really at the moment, and that is it. But what we do need to do, I think, is bring some of that out there and down here, and then yeah, that's right. And maybe double thick. So you'll often see on builds like this, these will be done with stairs, because these overhangs often had like supports between the two of them. I'm not going to go that direction. I'm going to go a 1 2, then a 1 2. Oops. I'm going to try and get a shape which we can use more universally around the place, which will be more like a wooden bracket rather than just a, you know, typical stairwell. Stair, I suppose. Well, there's no suppose about it. Stair is the right word. So how do I do this? I probably need to get this up here and come across here a little bit. This is the only, well, it's not the only problem with chisels and bits. The big problem with chisels and bits is it takes bloody over. Now if I bring, let me just check what's going on here. That goes down. Yeah, that's right. Or at least it's right for a given value of right anyway. We take that. Oh man. Oh man. Once you start getting that chisels and bits bug, you will rue the day you ever heard of it. Oh, okay. What have I done there? Have I? Yeah, I think I have, haven't I? So we can kind of do this. That can come down to that point there. Does that need to thicken out a bit now? I don't think it does actually. I think what we need to do then is just duplicate all of, what did I do there? It is a solid, okay. Like so. So we get that going on. And then we can take you. We can duplicate that. And we can pop it in there. There. So this is relatively straightforward because obviously we're just doing it here on these corner pieces to start off with, but it adds structure. Do I want to add any more, or is that going to be too much? I think that'd be too much if I went any further with that. I think we need to now start looking at these the second floor. I'm going to get most of that done because this is going to be really duplication of what's going on down here. We need to get more of this greenery about, but again I can do a lot of that off camera between episodes. So yeah, I will be back with you in a moment. So these scaffolding blocks from the cyclic, aren't they? Yeah. Shift and right click at the opposite end and they place out the opposite end, so you don't have to faff around placing. This is the last bit of the of this stuff I'm going to be doing, I think. Not because I desperately want to stop, but it's getting a little bit out of hand, and yeah, there's a lot of detail going in, far more detail going in here than I ever intended. So yeah, we're going to get this bit done. This is relatively straightforward, and then there's one more bit of detail I would like to do around the front. This is that's fine. That goes back into liney mode. That's a technical term, it's liney mode. It's not line mode, it's liney mode, okay? And we'll just bring that all the way down. We'll pop those out there. Oops. Pop into this mode here just to pop that and that in. Yeah, no, the only problem with these is you only get one back when you break them. But like I say, it's a piece of dirt and a piece of stick makes a hole. So what we've got going on in here now is we've got all this detail is in place around the outside here. We need to do something with the chimney and finish that off. We've got a little bit of this going on. We've got these supports at the corners, and we've got this going on. This is over here. It's all things metal stood in the cross brace there, as if it's kind of supporting the entire thing. And yeah, I'm very, very happy with this as a design. However, there's always a however, isn't there? Don't want any of this rubbish for starters, because it's just clogging up my bag. I'll drop that in, drop that back in, and that can go in, and that should be, yeah, that's okay. We have got a couple of bits of detail we need to think about. One is the chimney, which is probably the thing we need to think about next. And then what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to put a climbing plant that's going to go around this leg, and it's going to be like a climbing wisteria. So it's going to climb over here, and then we'll put a load of this greenery with the flowers on it. And I think that'll look pretty good. I've got no idea how long I've been recording, by the way, as well. So over over here I did bring over a number of alternative brick blocks, and we'll leave that and that behind for now. So we should have our chisel. We can go here. There's cracked version of andesite. Don't want to go mad with the andesite. That's not my purpose. In stone bricks, obviously we can get some cracked ones, and in cobblestone that we can get a bit of that going as well. So the objective down here is to start off with is going to be to take out a little bit of this structure here. Yeah, it didn't work so well. Like that perhaps. We can get a little bit of this in. Well, let's start off with a little bit of that. That's probably not even visible, to be honest. A bit there. We'll go and get a little bit of you here, and maybe there. I don't want to use again a lot of this, so we'll, we can get the cracked version down there, and we've got weathered cobble, so get a bit of that go in there perhaps, and maybe there. What else? A bit more andesite, just a little. Again, this just really breaks up the oops. And of course, we can't forget good old mossy stone. So that kind of breaks that up on the outside. Let's on this side anyway. There's a bit to go inside, because obviously we got. I don't really want too much mossy in this bit though, so let me just put that in, and then we'll go back to good old bit of cracked. Maybe there, maybe a little bit here, a bit more of the andesite. Out. And then we need to continue up with this, which is where the fun continues up. Now at this point I'm going to just bring this over. I don't know what I'm going to do exactly inside there yet, so I'm not going to worry about it. So we'll just bring this up as is. Blocks bag should have some more stone in it. It's got stone brick and it's got stone. Perfect. Yeah, and a bit more of this. And typically chimneys would rise above the highest point of the roof. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring this out to about here, and then I'm going to start narrowing the chimney. I also need to get chimney blocks and I think that's smoker, which should be over here. If there's any justice in the world. If not, it's back at the base and I've just missed it. But yeah, what have we got? Smoker. How did you? Yeah, we need a couple of those anyway. The recipe for that was actually fairly straightforward, but it's just coal and redstone, which I'll bet I've not got anything. I've got redstone, but no coal. Blocks bag. No, blocks bag. Coal. Alright, I think we can do this. Oops. I think that's starting to look quite good. It'll teach me also to look where I'm going, but we'll swap that out and put you back in safety. Being the only set of elytra I have right now. Okay, so what are we going to do? I need to craft a few of those. And I think we will bring it in at this stage and then continue up using chisels and bits to so that comes in like that, and then we'll go 1, 2, 3, and one more layer like so. And then we're going to have you are going to go in. Yeah, that's going to be easier done from below, I think. So we'll get the chimneys in. So that and that can come out for starters, and we'll get this broken up a little. Actually, we don't really need that, do we? What I need is and take that like yep, and then we'll get a little bit of that going, and we shall repeat the process here. And then I suppose the last bit is to take this out. And again, we can just do that. Interesting. Not hugely interesting, but interesting all the same. Take a bit of there, we'll take that one, maybe even that one. What do we want? This cobble, maybe? Weathered cobble in there. We can again, right, hang on. I need to do something with some of this. Where's my chisels and bits bag? Let's put that away for starters. Loot bag. That can go away. And we'll put that out of the way actually. No, we need to jump in there. That's a wooden hammer. Anything else? We'll stick that away for the time, and that can go away for the time being as well, because we don't use them constantly, so it just seems silly carrying them around. And then that means we're now in a position to do that. And maybe, well, what else did I knock out? I think there was this one here. Yeah. Yep, we'll do. All of this comes out. Oops. Doesn't matter. We'll pick up the dandruff in a minute. Just hoover it all up like a good little dandruff hoover. Hey! Right, any more for any more? There's a little. Anything? There's a little bit down there, but that's fine. Yeah, let's use this actually, just to use it up if we can. Ah, okay. And maybe even a bit of that. How are we looking there? Yeah, that's all right. Oh, more dandruff. Okay, let me get that sorted. Yeah, so I'll get the dandruff sorted. I need to make another one. Oh my god, it's everywhere, isn't it? It does explode. Oh, there's still some up there. Doesn't matter. It does explode a wee bit. This chisels and bits. When they go good and proper. All right, let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that, and we're good. Let's go make an. Oh, hang on. Let me jump into my blocks bag. I have got some chisel cobble, haven't I? Yeah, good. Okay. Bit of coal, bit of redstone, chisel 8 of those back. I know it doesn't matter, it's only cobble, but that's beside the point. Like that. And like that. Yep, there we go. 2 of those. Right, let's go and see if we can make these work this time, because I was told in the comments how to make them work. So this, in theory, should not be as big a chore as it was last time. Now, if I go there and there, doesn't need redstone to power. We'll give it a good amount and done. Let's give the same amount there and done. Let's go out and see if that's working. I would say not. Does it need to be right underneath the thing? It didn't used to be with if you put a furnace or something in there. Maybe it does. I don't know. It's an odd one, that. All right, let's try them directly underneath. Just put it there. Yep, that's definitely smoking. I can see it. Give it a real attention. Done. And let's just grab you. Bit much perhaps. Maybe take it down to halfway. Yeah, I think that works. Oops. Scale. Yeah, we're liking. I don't know what that upwards. Yes, allow gaps. Okay. Take the intensity back down. What about the amount? Let's take that back down as well. Just bring this back down to a... Yeah, that seems to work. So if we set you the same, or just in fact leave it as it is, and then put the chimney back in. Well, I'll do. I'm not really worried about what colour it is. I'll be honest. I'm more interested in the fact that it works. Right. Let me check how long I've been recording to see what we do next. Whether I. But then we're getting there. We need a roof in here. Obviously, getting all of this done. And we're slowly getting there. I'll be back in a mo. Alright, I'm back even sooner, and turns out we're slowly getting there is absolutely 100% accurate, because at this stage I am almost at an hour of recording. Yeah, I'm a little bit over where I should be. I just noticed there was an error there though, so we'll fix that quickly. It's only single bits, but the irony is with chisels and bits is if you make an error which is just single bits, you really notice. Yeah, I like that. That's looking good. Or it is to me. Oops, let's get one with the actual bit more detail on it now, and get another F2 new screenshot. So anyway, thank you very much for bearing with me, guys. I know I can waffle. It's part of my charm, honest. But until next time, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you soon, and bye for now.